Now, don't you hate it when people lie on you, though, and you can't even do anything to tell them that you don't know what they're talking about? Because, again, from your perspective, you would never do the things they're accusing you of. Right? It don't matter if you're black or white, rich or poor, bond or free, male or female, or combination of it all. Even. Um, if people believe a lie, all you can do is try to refute it. You can't really, you know, win if you're fighting more than, say, 4 to 9 people anyway. Maybe one or two initially, right? But they start escalating everything, ain't much you can do. So all I can tell you is, um, part of loving your neighbor is learning to love and accept yourself. Because if you don't love you and accept you, who else can? Now, I don't mean, you know, where it's all about you either. Right? That's what some people don't realize. I know. Love tries to save others, not just itself, right? It shows mercy even on the merciless. Why? I know. Because their own death is at hand, right? They are made suicidal because they fall into the trap of the devil. Now, you think the problem started in Eden. No, no. It continued in Eden. But you might say, well, John said David that the devil wasn't cast down to heaven until the male child comes. No, no. The male child did come. That was Adam. That was Adam. So was Jesus the male child, and so was Satan. But Jesus and Satan and Adam was made too. And then Satan, in the form of the one image of God, which we both come from, had sex with the two. And kind of short circuited them, right? And added extra genes. The monkey gene, Reese's monkey gene, not Reese Witherspoon or John Witherspoon. But again, so what is the point? Love each other. Don't let corruption in. What is corruption, you say? Harming others to get ahead without considering, hey, I'm not the only one here. We all can live and we all can die. But it's not mandatory. You ever stop think about that? Unless you're so heartless, you forget how to truly love, but just try to get by doing good and evil to your immediate family or people who do you right. And yet, when someone just does you a little wrong, you go off the deep end, whether it's intentional or not. So, what's the problem with all this, right? I'm doing something wrong or you are. Or we both are. Or neither one of us are. Who knows? Who knows? When you count wrong above goodness, right, you've done lost, right? Why? Because anyone can make a minor mistake, and even a major one. But when you want revenge for the same mistake, that's the problem, right? I'm not talking about self-defense issues where someone's, coming at you on an equal plane and you can, fight them off equally. But like the situation with Jesus, unless the disciples were more involved than they let on, Jesus should have never been betrayed. But thus it was done to fulfill the scriptures concerning the true Messiah. They call him the suffering Messiah, too. But they don't understand that, right? They think he's supposed to come back and conquer us. No, that was Satan 6,000 years ago. He tried to conquer us with death by getting an act that involved Adam and Eve that they didn't understand until after they both did it, right? And then they saw their shame, right? And that they were naked. And all God did was ask them and then tell them what would happen as a result. Not because, again, they couldn't forgive, but because they wouldn't forgive the act until they died. Don't you though? Don't you say? Hey baby, hey baby. Hey. Bye-bye.